With us today is no other than Mr. JP Adena. Hi, JP.
Hi, Floyd. Thanks for having us here.
And of course, our influencer, Miss Mirna Natividad, also known as Miss or Mami Negosyo. Hello po, ma'am.
So glad to be here. Thank you for inviting us.
Let's go first with JP. When it comes to the podcasting scene, what's your story behind it? Why podcasting? Why video editing?
I saw that video podcasting is a platform for me to para mag-blossom pa yung kadaldalan ko. First of all. But
Mhm.
and you know this, Floyd, because we are in the financial education world, and I felt that I have a story to tell and I should spread it to all, not one but all that especially OFW, because I'm an OFW as well. So nung pumunta kami dito before the pandemic, and then we had a lockdown noong March 2020, nandito kami sa Pilipinas noon. And then, sobrang busy ng mga tao nung una. And then, nung nag-lockdown, lahat sila walang makausap. And then, I discovered the mga platforms to actually create this and ma-record din. So, I invited everybody to talk in Zoom and asked to record. And everybody said yes. Kasi nga, lahat naka-lockdown. So, everybody said yes. So, the June of 2020, I recorded 30 video podcasts. So that's the story of how the video podcasting started. And then I was actually asked to be a content contributor for an OFW website based in Hong Kong after 6 months. I did it really just to give out information because madaldal nga ako. I love to tell stories. Ginagawa ko lang siya dahil gusto ko siyang gawin. But then an opportunity came to actually monetize it. So right now, all the content that I have is to really help the OFW, to help you come home for good. And that did not stop until today. It continues on.
Ma'am Mirna, Mami Negosyo. Okay, so how about your story? See, I'm actually you're one of those personalities that I'm also very curious because we all know that when it comes to the social media trend, I mean what's in the social media today, most of the influencers there are also in the Gen Z or in the millennial age range. So what's your story behind it?
JP is my inspiration. Nag-umpisa
Okay.
yan. I met JP because we were classmates kay Siya Nasino in the book writing. And JP was recording videos every day. Every day nasa Hong Kong pa siya. Nagpa-challenge siya. Sabi ko, kung kaya ni JP, kaya ko rin. Parang ganun. That's why I started to go into Facebook, started to have some videos, and nung lumabas na yung libro, I thought that selling a book would be easy. And eventually, I was taught to sell my book online. That this was in 2017. No? So, I went online, I tried to sell my book, and then sabi nila, okay, kailangan mo ng VA because mahirap gumawa ng mga kung ano-anong posting. So, I hired a VA. And then, one thing led to another. Sabi ng VA, sabi ko, teka muna, sweldo ng sweldo ang VA. Kulang yung aking benta ng libro to pay for the VA. So I needed to create courses to be able to sell it. Putting myself out there so that people would get to know me, people would get to see sino ba tong nagbebenta ng libro na to. And at that time, sabi ko, kailangan siguro mag-YouTube video. So we kept producing and producing YouTube videos. I would shoot the videos and the VAs would work on it, edit it, and then put them online. And one day, eto na, nung ano na, JP came again to my life and sabi, Mami En, sa TikTok tayo. Sabi ko, teka muna, hindi ako sasayaw. Hindi mo ako mapapasayaw sa TikTok. Kanya, hindi, educational,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. And ang kulit-kulit, hindi lang siya makwento, makulit pa. So he kept pestering me and finally I said, oh sige na, do whatever you want. And that was the start of it. That was the start of it. I started appearing on TikTok and after just a few months, nagulat ako 20 plus thousand na yung yung numbers ko. Sabi ko, anong nangyari, JP? So yeah,
Wow.
since that time tuloy-tuloy na.
For you guys to
Kaya
be relevant, so or let's say competitive in social media, in the global stage, that's what we say.
Yung adaptation is about something happened and then you adapt what you do on what happened or the changes in the landscape, right? So for me, the adaptation is different sa content creation journey ko. Because I'm already doing it. So sabi ni Mama N, nung 2015, 2016, ginagawa ko na yung every single day na videos. technically, yun pa rin yung ginagawa ko hanggang ngayon. I didn't really adapt. What happened is that the world coincided to what I'm already doing. Nauso yung video podcast. Nauso yung podcasting audio lang. Nauso yung vertical videos. Yan, nauso yung panibagong platform which is TikTok. But I'm already doing it. So what I just needed to do is put the videos that I have, I already recorded, I already do every single day, put it into the platforms available. To spread it out, makita ng mundo yung ginagawa ko, I really have to put it into every social media. Balik tayo sa kwento ni Ma'am N na kinulit ko siya na mag-TikTok to actually be competitive in the global landscape. Right? Yun yung question mo sa akin, but yun yung gusto mangyari ni Ma'am N at that time. For me, you should be in everywhere. Ang nagiging challenge kasi natin, ang lagi nating iniisip or lagi nating walls, ay kasi hindi kasi ako sanay sa ganito, hindi ako sanay sa ganyan. Okay na ako sa Facebook, okay na ako sa Instagram. In order for you to be heard, be seen, you have to be everywhere. You don't have to choose when the answer really is the power of and, A and D. If there's another social media platform that comes in, I'll be there as well.
At my age, tapos sa dami ng ginagawa ko, I needed to produce courses, I needed to answer questions, mga Q&As, tapos may oras pa ba ako na sumunod dyan, mag-aral kung ano yung dapat? Kaya ngayon, because yung ginawa namin ni JP, nag-work na, therefore, I have total trust sa kanya. Pag sinabi niya sa akin, talon, tatalon ako. And I think that is the importance of partnership. He was able to prove to me that because of TikTok, I started selling the courses that could not sell before, and I started getting inquiries from all over the world, and I would get coaching clients from them. So bakit pa ako mag-iisip ng kung ano-ano if I have a trusted partner? So tulad din yan ng Tachi. Tachi is a trusted partner, then just let them take care of you. Huwag lang mag-isip ng kung ano-ano. And just obey, just follow. Kanya ako uma-adjust kay JP.
When it comes to the expertise in terms of video creation, video editing, for the script, the content, it's your part naman, Mami N, tama?
Yeah, the way we do it is, syempre, I base it on what are the needs of people. Yes. And the comments that they give, I create content. And from the content, ang ginagawa ko, syempre, with some help from AI as well, no? Inaayos namin at ginagawa namin ng script, tapos, or outline, and then we record. And JP takes care of me, takes care of everything. So that's how we create content. We listen to the customers, what are their needs, we develop the products, and then from there, we distribute it to them.
JP, you're the ones behind the technology side. What do you think are the most, we can say, crucial tools that you've been using? Let's say, podcasting. Ano yung mga pinaka-basic that they should try to understand?
There are two types of people that are listening here. Number one is a content creator na sabi niya, gusto ko magkaroon ng business sa content ko. Pangalawa is yung may business na, katulad ni Mami N, may business na siya. She just wants to sell the products and the services. So, baliktad, di ba?
Okay.
Yung first person, ako yon. I am a content creator that created a business out of it. She is a business person that created content because of the business. The ultimate guide sa isang novice, isang baguhan, is to use what you already have. Okay? Do not make it your wall. Kung may cellphone ka, yun na yun. There are so many things that are free. Until now, I still use the free version. Ito ha, ultimate tip of the DaVinci Resolve video editing tool na sobrang dami niyang nandun sa free. You don't have to pay for the studio or the paid version. I started with InShot video editing and now I transitioned to CapCut. Hindi ako nagpipigil dun sa mobile. If there's something new that comes in, I try it. The problem now is the confidence to talk in front of the camera. But for you to get started with, that's it. But for the business person, usually meron na siya. The business person has the capacity. Meron siyang marketing department. Meron siyang sales department. Meron siyang maybe content creation department. I don't know. So you already know that it is a need. You already know that it should be happening. So my question to all the business people here or the CEOs and the marketing heads here is that if you believe video podcast or content creation in general will help you create your brand, Why haven't you started yet?
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, especially for social media platforms today. And then eventually, Meta encourage the influencers. Say you have to go reels, you have to go videos, and I'll be paying you for that. Well, when it comes to videos, let's say you have at least 5 minutes. So the people who get to follow you will spend 5 minutes at least in your page. And how about the tools for you?
Yeah, sa tools, wala. I just stick to Zoom. Yun lang talaga, kahit na anong sabihin nila, and that's how I record. Yeah, but then
Yeah.
I'd like to comment sa sinabi ni JP tungkol sa confidence. And sabi ko, sino ba ako? Ang tanda ko na,
Yeah.
I'm old and ugly. Tapos who am I to talk about business? I'm not a business graduate, a business course graduate. Hindi ko alam yung mga jargon. Ang dami dyan na mas mayaman, mas malaking business kesa sa
Yeah.
akin. Social media really help. Of course, there are bashers, just ignore them. But generally, people are nice and they tell me good results. Like one client, for example, came to me. She was selling 100,000. When she came to me, after 2 months, she was already selling 400,000. And last month, I challenged her, pwede mo bang
Wow.
doblehin yan? Bigla siyang tumawag at, Mami N, 800,000 ako this month. If you can help somebody grow that much, no, that is very exciting.
I
And
want
there's
to talk about naman on the creative process part. How do you develop your contents?
we always listen to the clients as business owners. Ano yung mga tinatanong nila, ano yung kailangan nila. And from there, I would list down the topics and then I would try to think about my experience. So I would write down some notes on ito to. These are the 5 points, the 3 points, etc. And then from there, kinoconsult ko si ChatGPT kasi baka meron siyang experience or items na pwedeng i-share na nakalimutan ko, na wala sa consciousness ko. Tapos pag nakita ko si ChatGPT, okay, ito pala, tama ito, tama, tama. And then I would think of stories. The power of change, no? Yung learning is in the stories. Hindi doon sa what are the 5 points or what are the 3 points. No? Pag walang kwento, hindi pumapasok sa consciousness ng nakikinig. For me, what is important is there should be learning. Hindi lang yung lalabas ako sa social media na ganun lang. No? Therefore, I put down the stories and then from there, yun na, record na, turn on the Zoom with that Codigo in front of me and dal 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 dal.
How about you, JP? Your process when it comes to creative process when it comes to creating your podcast naman.
I'll give you two answers, Floy. The one is the bigger picture, and the one is the every single day. I call this sky and sand. So I answer with the sky, the vision, and I answer with the sand, which is the mission. Creative process on how develop ideas on video podcasts. Bakit pa tayo mag-iisip ng idea kung ang buhay natin yung idea? So we call it effortless pillar content. What is an effortless pillar content? Something that you already do, just put a camera in front of you. Yung iba, hand lang. Yung iba nga, walang audio eh. Nire-record lang nila yung audio na nag-ano lang sila, nag-narrate lang sila
Yeah.
dun sa video. So for example, I wake up in the morning, I schedule my podcast or my recording with other conversations with other people. Technically, we just put in the camera in front of us and then we talk. Yung kadaldalan ko is a superpower because I don't talk without sense. Might as well record it. And when I recorded, that's already the episode. I'm sure meron ka namang phone na may camera. Effortless pillar content. So, for me, I just think of my life, what I'm doing every single day, and that will be my creative process. Now, the sand answer is yung every single day and how I do it. I always think of saving time. The fastest way to do it na hindi na-sacrifice yung quality. Nung nagkaroon ka na ng extra pera, I bought a camera that up to 4K. Reinvested it to what I'm already doing, and I bought a very good
Yeah.
mic. And then, a very good light. And the second light. Yung wall mo dati, na hindi mo magawa, wala kasi akong camera eh. Wala kasi akong mic. Wala kasi akong light eh. Ngayon meron na. Nung meron na, pagandahin mo na. So, doon na ngayon yung papasok yung AI. Meron na mga AI editing, may AI yung CapCut, may AI yung Canva Pro. That's why we have to leverage the AI. Hindi mo kalaban yung AI. Kakampi mo siya. ChatGPT, how will I prompt this better? You don't prompt, but you ask the better prompt. So, hindi mo kailangang ulitin ulit yung prompt. Kasi prompt mo na siya na, ChatGPT, uulitin ko to ha. Bukas, sasabihin ko ulit to. Araw-araw ko itong sasabihin sa'yo, give me different answers based on what I am telling you.
I want
Based
to
on the...
talk more about challenges. So what are the biggest challenges that you have faith in producing your videos or podcasts, and what are the things that you have done as well?
Aside from yung feeling of not enough, no, yung self-doubt, yun yung emotional challenge. Another challenge is time. Ang daming ginagawa ng influencer. Pwera pa yung pagbebenta, pwera pa yung guesting on this program and that program, pwera pa yung paghahanap ng opportunities. So where do we fit all of this in? No, at first talagang I was fighting it, but now I was able to learn na, okay, if I have blocked this time for content creation, I try for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and nothing really comes out, I might as well put something else there and look for another block time. And I trust the process. I trust that yun yung process na andoon, God is speaking through me and it's not me. So, madali, mabilis. And so far naman, tuloy-tuloy naman yung aming production ng content pagdating kay papunta kay JP.
The first thing that came into mind is time pa rin. Gagawin ko to pag may time na. So I told myself before na gagawa ako ng content every single day. Ginawa ko nga 124 but I stopped. It was not sustainable. But how is it that I am able to do it now? Ano yung nagbago? When I think of the effortless pillar content, what I do is I set up everything now. So, ang gagawin ko lang, in 1 minute, masiset up ko lahat. So, my ultimate challenge talaga is I put in the time, yet I don't have control of other people's time. So, ang nangyayari is frustrated ka kapag hindi natutuloy. If this is my life, I should expect that other people will have busy lives. What I did is it just took me 1 minute to set it up. Pag ma-cancel, will take me 1 minute to remove everything or to stop it.
To fix it. Well, i-add ko lang, JP, kasi what I see from there is that having a system in place is also very common when it comes to establishing your own business, for example, or let's just creating your own team in, let's say, your corporate team, no? So having a system in place will help you. So that's what I learned from what you have mentioned.
JP, kaya niya yung everyday gumagawa ng content. Ako hindi ko kaya yon. So I would need to block time. Pag gumawa ako ng content, isang block lang, like one whole afternoon, gawa na ng pointers, ng script pointers, and then record ka agad. Tapos na. I just want the audience to know na none of these two is the correct way. Kanya-kanyang diskarte yan. So if you work better with block time, then do block time. If you like to do it consistently every day, then every day. And yung setup ko madali, every day nandito ako sa harap ng
Yeah.
laptop, and then the two lights are there. I just turn it on and then go to Zoom. That's it. Very easy. It is already a habit.
Great.
Kailangan lang talagang may commitment, like how many videos per week, so that hindi naman maputol yung aming trabaho ni JP at saka yung pag-post. Networking really takes
Yes,
a lot
yes,
of time, and that is really very important. No, kasi we need to learn. First of all, I see networking as getting input and at the same time connecting with people who can help you grow. Yun yung number one na nakakatulong sa pag-grow ng audience natin. Because Facebook ads, tama, we spend a lot on Facebook ads as well, pero hindi siya kung minsan nagdadala ng results na gusto natin. So I network with people in the same field. I also network with a lot of coaches kasi we also learn from each other.
So first of all, I always say yes to a networking invite, even if it's the multi-level marketing invite. I love to listen to all the presentations, but I also say no if I don't want to. So if they invite me and I don't want to, I don't have a problem saying no. But I make an effort to actually connect with other people outside of that network. Ang challenge right now for me, and I think this will be a challenge for a newbie, concern nyo na ngayon is pagtanggap. Kapag nag-uumpisa ka pa lang, post everything. Even the random. So my answer to the question is end. Gawin mo ito, at ito, at ito, at ito, at ito. And then, madidiscover mo, ito pala yung favorite ko. Ginagawa mo na, lagyan mo ng camera. That's the strategy. When it comes to the posting ulit, nahanap mo na ha, yun yung discovery part. Na-discover mo na yung gusto mo. So for example, NBA yung gusto mo. So to discover it, A and D. So nanood ka ng content ng NBA, gayahin mo yung pinapanood mo. Huwag ka na mag-invento. Do not reinvent the wheel. Kasi gano'n na ngayon ng mga influencers or mga content creators. Sinasabi nila kung paano nila ginagawa. Yung hook, yun yung tipong sinasabi nila na catchy phrase. And then you will go on to transition to the end result. The strategy is hook, end result, the meat or the process, end result, but something extra.
How do you guys see future trends, no? In your industry, in video podcasting or video creation, and how are you preparing to adapt to this kind of trends?
AI pa rin ang trend eh. I'm a subscriber of Brendan Burchard. I have watched his shows several years ago. Nagulat ako dahil ngayon, ang ginawa niya, dahil sa dinami-dami ng kanyang content, puro video at kung ano-ano pa, na-upload niya ito sa isang site so that I can just be a member of that site. And if I am a member of that community, I can ask questions. I can just click some buttons and lalabas na yung kanyang video na AI generated. Pati yung kanyang style na very animated and all, AI generated.
Yeah.
And therefore, how do I prepare for that? And sabi ko, I will not be here on earth forever, but I can see that possibility that through AI, I can still live beyond my lifetime if I will produce lots and lots of content.
How about you, JP? Future trends. What do you foresee?
The trend is happening already. Ngayon pa lang sinasakyan ng lahat, kaya lahat na ng tao ganun na. I don't follow the trend, but I follow everything I see new. Parang kanina, di ba sabi ko, my answer earlier is to try everything, the power of end. The ultimate way to ride the trend is be the trend. Copy something that is new, and then ikaw yung nag-umpisa. Okay? I have a website. It's called jpedena.com. That's me. But I also have Think Home TV, which is all the content that I have. And then the business part is Think Home Media. Whenever people talk to me and say, uy talaga, YouTuber ka? Uy, gusto kong itang isupport. Where do I follow you? Every single brand that I created, single show I created, has its own social media. So kung 10 yun, tapos 10 yung social media, so 100 na. So I created the website and I put everything there.
Okay. So don't follow the trend, be the trend, according to JP. How do you measure success and engage your audience to your videos and podcasts? Mamen.
Ang success sa akin, nakwento ko kanina na it's about the stories that I hear, yung success ng mga clients, yung mga success ng mga nanonood. Those people, I will never meet them in my life, di ba? But I know that I have planted a seed na tumubo, namunga, at now they are better people because of just one episode probably that they watch. Ang importante is, relevant ba doon sa mga taong nag-like, na kokonting tao, yung mga kokonting tao na nag-subscribe, relevant ba yung aking sinasabi sa kanila? I always read the comments, I respond to the comments personally, and the questions that they ask, I answer them personally, and para sa akin, that is very fulfilling. Getting feedback from people and knowing that I am making a difference. I'm still touching lives at this age.
That's also one thing that I also value a lot. Iba kasi when you create change to other people's lives. When it comes to influencers today, a lot of influencers, they're really focused on, let's say, the number of views, the number of stars. But how about you, JP?
I don't have to measure it anymore. Hindi ko sasabihin na how do I measure success because it's already there. Just be you yung sagot. Naging ako lang ako, madaldal, video podcast. It makes sense. Make it sustainable because I was able to put money into it. The same as any other artist, right? Huwag kang sumayaw kasi walang pera dyan. Until nagkaroon ng pera sa sayaw. I was a performer in Hong Kong Disneyland for 12 years. But before that, wala akong pera. Success for me is the eyes of other people on you. At ang definition nila yon, pag meron ng pera sa gusto mong gawin. Kung sa tingin mo successful ako, then successful ako. Kasi may pera na sa ginagawa ko. But here's my answer deeply in my heart. If I am able to help one person, it's already success. How to measure that? If that one person messaged me. Ang sabi niya, gusto kong gawin yung ginagawa mo. So for me, the mission is, if I am able to inspire other to actually follow yung gusto niyang gawin, kahit walang pera dyan, tutulungan ko siya para magkaroon ng pera doon at magkakaroon siya ng lakas ng loob na ulit-ulitin
So
siya.
how do you guys create value in what you do, in your work, no? So for example, in terms of acquiring new clients or applying for a project to do video editing or let's say for perspective naman ni Mami and in terms of having people to watch your videos, Mami. And so
So it's quite simple for me. I just give free episodes. I make it so that the free episodes can be found immediately. If it's in one place, I only have one call to action. So pinipili ko din yung client ko. Pag hindi kami match, then we should not work together. I will only work with the people I jive with. And that 30-minute video call will actually answer that. And it will also beneficial to the client. Katulad na nangyari kay Mami Ens. And most importantly, really care. Because the care will supersede the know, like, and trust like any other marketer.
For the past how many years, since 2017, I've been open to going on a call over Zoom with people who would want to ask questions. I even volunteer as a Go Negosyo mentor. Nag-volunteer. Ako yung tumawid at pumunta sa DTI to say that, may I be a Go Negosyo mentor? Because I really want to help share whatever I have learned. Ang daming pagkakamali sa aking 30 years of life sa business dahil hindi naman ako business course graduate, teacher ako. Sayang yung mga lessons if they would just die with me. Kaya I wanted to share it. And then when people come, sa lahat ng mga nakapost sa social media, pag marami silang tanong, usap na lang tayo, pwede bang hop on Zoom, ganun na. I might as well create videos na to answer those questions na pabalik-balik. That's why ginagaya ko yung aking idol ngayon, and now I am in the process of creating my website, revamping my website where it will be a starter kit. Ready hopefully by the end of May. Tapos nandoon na yung framework that I use in business, how to start a business and how to grow a business. Ito yung roadmap. If you have more questions, that's the time you can look at these courses kasi eto masasagot yung mga tanong ninyo, or you can go on a one-on-one coaching call with me. Time is the most important resource, which I don't have a lot of. And I would like to touch as many lives as I can while I'm still here. That is the direction that I'm going.
before we end our topic for today, what do you think will be the initial steps that a newbie can do?
Yes. So, ang tip ko talaga, just like in business, no? Like if you want to be an influencer or you want to be in business, the first thing that you need to be able to know is who are the people that you really want to talk to. Is it something that you love? Is it something that you are good at? Is it something that people want? And is it something that people are willing to pay for? Once ma-identify mo na yan, then you can already start writing about it. You can post photos, post sa social media, do TikTok, do YouTube videos, and look at the response of people.
So for me to
Okay.
really start, newbie ka, right? Huwag ka mag-isip, gawin mo lahat. And then malalaman mo lang kung ano yung gusto mo after that. So take a step back. Sabihin mo, yung gusto mong gawin, ikaw dapat yon. Kasi pwede kang mawala doon eh. Ito yung gusto nila eh. Hindi. Yung gusto mo, hindi yung gusto nila. Ngayon, i-check mo ngayon, yung gusto mo, gusto din ba nila? Pag may audience yon, then start creating and creating.